Today on You Can Do This, edible balloons. So what inspired me to want to make a floating edible balloon? On April 15th, 2012, I ate at a little restaurant called Alinea. And one highlight was right here, the balloon. They bring out a floating balloon to your table. It's flavored like green apple. You suck in the helium and you eat the string, and it's in a total sensory overload. And you just realize at that point that even high technique can be super fun. And I think that is vitally important. Some people are gonna say, well, you saw that video on feed. There's a couple things wrong. One, it's wildly inconsistent. We tried it over and over again, the original recipe from the video, and it was like a 1 in 15 success rate. We actually ran through an entire tank of helium just to get 3 balloons. And we're gonna actually strengthen the goop that you're blowing up so it becomes a little bit more consistent. It becomes reliable. How are we gonna do that? Xanthan gum. We're gonna take some water in our little pan here. And we are gonna hydrate our xanthan gum. We're gonna bring it to the boil. While we do that, we're gonna just hydrate some gelatin as well. And that's just with a little bit more water, and we're gonna mix that up. We can actually start building upon this right now. So I have sugar, cornstarch, and then corn syrup. And we're gonna bring this up to about 255 degrees. 250, done. We're gonna cut it right now. Now at this point, I'm gonna add yellow food coloring and yellow with also some lemon extract. It actually comes out, oh, came out of the bottom of the thing. It actually comes out tasting a little bit like a lemon pie. All right, so we got a beautiful yellow color. Now we are going to drop our gelatin in. And at this point, the heat is cut, and we're just letting this cool down. The online version of this recipe doesn't tell you at what point you can start blowing your balloons. That point is when it's pretty much almost all the way cooled down. So here we go. That looks good, that's good, it's starting to gel up. So we have all our gelatin in there, we have our sugars in there, our cornstarch, our corn syrup, and then we have the xanthan in there to help fortify the exterior, basically giving it a stronger outside to hold the helium in it, because if it's too thin and it's not structurally sound, it will just keep pulling apart and falling apart. What happens is the push of the helium upwards actually stretches out the thin lining of the outside. Rip, 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 rip. We're trying to counteract that rip. All right, so it's about that temperature that we need, and it's sitting around 109, 110 Fahrenheit. So we're there, about 110 Fahrenheit. You got that texture right there. You really want it cool and pasty. And the flavor with that cornstarch kind of tastes like a lemon pie. All right, so got some tape here. Why do I need tape? Because I have about a small piece of 1/2-inch hose that I'm gonna stick on a helium tank. You can buy this at any kind of party store, balloon store. They sell these disposable ones. You will go through them doing this. But we're just gonna tape that on for security, open it up, and you're gonna take your nozzle. Now this is the, what is that? What is that Bruno Mars song? We can't afford that. I'm dipping in finesse. So I'll change the lyric. I'm gonna get a nice coat around the outside. I like to, when leaving the spatula in there, so I can take a little off the out end. See, what the issue is a lot of times there's a bubble that starts to form and pops right there. So if I actually gas it right now, that bubble is just gonna pop and there's gonna be no balloon. Ready? What we wanna do is really coat the outside, get over that bubble pop, and then we blow this up, just like so. And before, so what have we learned? this thing floats. It will get away from you. So what we need to do is be ready with string. Oh, that's gonna live up there forever. So here's the ultimate thing with these balloons. It's a pain in the ass. It's really messy. They're finicky a little bit. You're gonna lose some to the ceiling.
But they're fun.
Oh God. This is not a clean process. Sometimes you lose these on the ceiling, and this should just be a testament to how good Grant and Mike are at Alinea. They did this, but they did it with consistency, great flavor, and like you're sitting at the table and this thing drops, like, and you're just, your mind is blown. And the fact that I even can get this and I can make it happen and I can improve something that's already out there, fine. But am I on the same playing field as these guys? No. For more ways to dirty your house, click here. So why the thermometer?